Hello and welcome back. Today's video is an update for my Pan palette, which is the Bad Habit Artistry palette, the dupe for the Anastasia Mario palette. I've been working on this since the beginning of the year and I am pretty excited. I have a whole Pan palette playlist. I also have a Project Pan playlist if you're interested in seeing that. I gotta say, this is a really exciting update, so let's get into it. I am mostly using this palette about 3 times a week, and I do usually combine it with other palettes. So yes, I am very excited about my progress. First, let me show you where my palette was at the end of last month. Alrighty, and let me show you my palette now, and here it is. I am so excited about this because I finally finished an eyeshadow. I finished the color Aria. This was a warm brown type color, and I also hit pan on the dark green Laurel. Very thrilled about that. Now, other things that I have worked on this month, I'm still using these other matte shades. However, those I'm only using them in the outer corners, so they're not going as fast as Aria. Aria was a lighter warm brown, which I could just use in the crease every single day, but I'm so excited. This is the first eyeshadow in this palette that I have finished. Actually, it's the first eyeshadow I have finished in quite some time because the last 2 years that I did do pan that palette, my goal was to only hit pan. I didn't finish any actual eyeshadows, so this is actually a really big win for me. Therefore, I really want to continue working on this and I hope to finish more shadows. Now, let me continue telling about my progress for this month. Like I said, okay, I finished Aria and then I hit pan on this green shade and I didn't like that at first, but the more I've used it, it's actually really pretty. And also I layered gold eyeshadow on top of that and that looked beautiful as well. That was a fantastic combination. I also worked on this champagne color right there. That one is called Sophia, and that one has a pretty big dip in there. I'm kind of hoping that this is the one I could finish next. Therefore, I'm going to continue to work on that one. Siren, this is the one I'd love to hit pan on next, or Pearl. Those are actually the last two that I would have to hit pan on, which is very exciting. So at this point, I have 2 eyeshadows that do not have pan on them, and I'm hoping to hit pan on one of them in the next month. And then I think my other goal is to continue to work on this champagne shade here because I would love to finish that up. It would be awesome to have 2 eyeshadows done. I still don't know that I can finish this whole palette by the end of the year, but the fact that I finally finished an eyeshadow does give me some hope that I could finish a good amount of this. But yeah, I will say I am really thrilled about that. And like I said, I'm only using this palette 3 times a week. At any point, if I choose, I could increase that. So, you know, I'm just trying to get use out of my other collection. And I also have eyeshadow palettes and other project pans. Therefore, that's why I'm only using this 3 times a week. And now that I don't even have a crease shade in this palette, I definitely have to combine it with other palettes because Mona and Tuscany, for me, they're a little too dark for like a starting out crease shade. Therefore, I really couldn't use this palette on its own anyway. Yeah, I am really excited about that. Now, this month I didn't use any of these. Once I hit pan on those, I kind of gave up on those. I've used Pearl a little bit. Like I said, I'm regularly using Mona and Tuscany, the 2 other matte shades. And I think I used the blue shade maybe once or twice just to kind of experiment with it. But I think I may do the same with that as I am with the green shade. Just put it on over the lid and then put a lighter gold eyeshadow on top. I've really enjoyed that effect, and it's a good way to make something more neutral or whatever because, you know, this is something that I would wear to work, so I don't want to wear anything over the top, and that works out very well. Yeah, that is it for this update. Pretty short and sweet. I am so happy I finished an eyeshadow. I really do think this is the first eyeshadow I have finished in a really long time. I used to finish up eyeshadow fairly regularly when I had, you know, a much smaller collection, but now I have over 60 palettes, so it really takes a lot. Therefore, this is probably the first eyeshadow, I think in like 3 or 4 years that I finished. Very thrilled about that. I'm really excited to keep working on this. It would be pretty cool to finish another eyeshadow by next month, or to finally have pan on every shade. But yeah, I am thrilled. I'm very excited. That is it for this update for my Pan That palette. If you're interested, I will link my Pan That palette playlist and also my Project Pan playlist in the description box. That is it. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.